100%. You are 100% on your prediction so far. I ain't gonna hold you. You said it was gonna be a knockout, huh? You think he was gonna get stopped?
I didn't think they had enough to keep Benavidez honest long enough. I didn't think he was gonna be more competitive than Plant. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just didn't see him having. He's a smaller guy. I told you guys that he's talented, but he's a smaller guy, and even though you can build up your body mass, but it doesn't translate the same. You know, where you got a big guy like Benavidez, who's, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, everything I thought was gonna happen. You know, I knew it was gonna be a little competitive early. It was a little competitive because I knew Andre was gonna, try to put his skills to the test. But for me, I kind of I kind of knew that eventually it was gonna get like that. It was gonna be bad.
Right. Now, when it comes to taking a punch, uh, obviously that was like the main thing, right? Like the durability of Andre when, David does get his hands on him, you know. Did you see it like that? Did you see like he was gonna crumble that fast? And like what do you think about as far as did he give it all he had, Obviously he quit on the stool
Yeah, I seen that.
in the sixth. So what do you think about his performance itself? Because you
um,
had a much better performance than that.
like I said, I would have fought Andre. I told you that we talked about that before. I mean, I, I see him as a good fighter, but I do think there's some stuff in his game that makes him susceptible to some things. When you got like a strong guy standing in front of you, that's not going to be, the skill doesn't matter. Like this, like you know how skills pay the bills. Like that means something, right? But when you got like a man standing in front of you, like you all that skill, it kind of go down the drain. When you seen like in the fight, he was doing movements, he was doing certain things, and he'll tap up, go to the body, and then Benavidez was just stepping through the jab and popping. You know what I mean? It's not as fancy, but Benavidez stayed in punching position and stayed aggressive the whole fight. Like ready to fire in punching position. Where you seen Andre get out of punching position, have to reset. Um, at a lot of times in the fight, what makes him good because like a lot of guys are not like Benavidez and can just stand there, catch the shot, look you in, stay focused, and throw the jab the way that Benavidez was doing, and throw the straight right hand off, just what I mean, off the first punch. Guys are, I mean, guys aren't like that. So I think I knew, and I've been in there with Benavidez, I've been in there with Andre. I knew that eventually, it was gonna get to the point where when the fight started to break down and settle in, that Benavidez was going to just be too aggressive, too strong, too big, and he got quick hands. So I knew it was going to be a little bit too much.
Right.
That's all. That's all though. I mean, I think Andre is a good fighter, but 168 is kind of big for him. I mean, he's tall, but it's for his body mass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. David, he really looks like a light heavyweight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's getting bigger. I mean, getting older. But the good thing about what Benavidez is doing, he's staying in shape. I think ever since we fought, he's been in shape since we fought. I haven't seen him get out of shape since.
Yeah, because
So
he used to blow up.
yeah, and I know he was frustrated because people were saying stuff about his weight. So I think I added extra motivation because he's been in shape since our fight. I know he had a long training camp when he was getting ready. He was talking about how he was preparing for Uzataki and how much time and energy he put into making sure his body was perfect. You know what I mean? And then he hasn't dropped off since then. So that's making him better and stronger. The fact that he's staying in shape. So I, I just kind of knew what was going to happen. I knew that. To me, I don't think that, like I said before, I don't think that Andre beats Caleb, Canelo, or Benavidez. I think that his best fights are at 60. If he's going to like prolong his career, I think he has a better shot against guys like
You.
I mean, he don't got a shot against me, but guys like who's the champion? I forget his name right now. Who's the champion? the
You
WBC
got you
champ.
got Carlos Adames with an
Yeah,
internship, and
Carlos
you got
Carlos.
Janabek.
Yeah, guys like Krone, like go those guys. He has a better shot against those type of guys. And he
Does
had,
Lara got a belt there?
yeah, he has a belt too. He has he'll beat Laura.
You know what I'm saying? So he could beat Lara because he's getting old, right? Lara's getting a little old.
Um, yeah, Laura's getting old, but he's fighting at 160. He's not a 160 pounder. Laura's small too.
Yeah, Lara's coming down.
I've been in the ring with Laura as well. He's not really a full blown. He's 60 pounder because he got the opportunity to fight at 60 and he was able to get a belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you think, and I agree. Like I was telling everybody too. We were talking to Atlantis, the guy that he fought as well, and Fox, and he's pretty small for the weight class because those guys at 68 now, him saying the things like comments in interviews saying they were trying to compare him to Caleb, and then it was like, oh, okay,
But I don't.
yeah, but
You talking about Andre?
yeah, like he
Well,
was
I
saying
think
that he was better than Caleb, and that oh, he's white, I have a little flavor, whatever the case may be. He said that on the interview, and I was like, you know, Caleb has proven himself at 68, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. What do you
yeah,
think?
not. I think
You
guys
say
getting
Caleb will beat him, but like, how do you see
I think
how he
guys
would beat
getting
him?
I think guys get in their heads just a little bit, like with this when it breaks down because like I see where Andre say he's better because he to feel like his offense is more his boxing ability. Maybe he have more tricks. Maybe you know what I'm saying. But a different style of fights, and one is a bigger guy. So you got a bigger guy who could use his feet and a smaller guy who can use his feet. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and
He's
you
a
have to be
bigger
afraid
guy
to
who
tell
uses
the
his
people
feet.
who's the bigger guy, because some people will think that Andre's the bigger guy.
Andre was the bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? Caleb can never make 154. You
Mm.
know, he can never make 154. Caleb is a nice size 168 pounder. So you talking about a real 168 pounder who got good legs and good boxing ability against a good guy with good skill, but he's smaller. So it's about durability. How much can a person take? I mean, we're fighting at 168 pounds and you're getting big hit by a 168, but it's really, and like I'm talking about Benavidez is really a 168 pounder, like full fledged. You could be fighting a 175 guy, and you're a smaller guy getting hit with these punches. You're just not gonna be able to react the same way. And it's a different kind of movement that Andre has than Caleb. Caleb gets all the way out the way. You don't touch Caleb for a long time. It takes time and discipline to get to Caleb. And Caleb's gonna use his jab, and he's gonna keep it basic, and he's gonna land the punches he has to use. You know what I mean? Where you got a different kind of guy like um, Andre, he's gonna use his herky jerky movement. The movement he's gonna stay planted for 1 second. He's gonna let you engage. He might smother the punches. He might touch and shoot around and then bounce out. It's a different kind of movement where I feel like it's Caleb is more smooth.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And Andre, at some point, he looks a little
And more
amateurish.
textbook too.
Yeah, more textbook. So he can see the punches coming in. He's not, you know what I mean? Like when Caleb gets hit, he sees the punches. When Andre gets hit, sometimes he's looking down, or he might be off to the side, or he's getting hit with shots he didn't see because of his style, which is a great style because he's done things in his career that most guys have never done. But
Yeah. And he's
it,
a
it,
sharp, Caleb's
it's,
sharp.
it's a different kind of fight,
Yeah.
and Caleb's a real 168 pounder, and he's still a contender at 168 because he can on his best night he can beat those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, because now it's like, after watching the fight, was it what you expected though, as far as like,
Yeah, it was
the
kind
Andre
it was,
side, like that's how much he was gonna have to give, or did you feel like he was gonna give a little bit more? Because
um
Caleb went 12. You know what I'm saying, with Benavidez. You know what I'm saying. I know if it was up to you, you would have went 12. You
yeah, I
know.
mean I I don't think that it went the way I thought it was going. It was a little faster than I thought it was going to be. I thought he could. I was picking him maybe like a little bit later,
Yeah, me
maybe
too.
maybe like 9. But I think that Andre started really really fast. Got a little overconfident.
David did too.
No, David was just doing what he was taking what he was giving him. And Boo Boo was giving him a lot. You
Mm,
know what I mean? When a guy is that offensive, it's easy for you to start because you help me get warmed up because you making me activated. Like he
yeah,
was giving him so much that he started landing his shots that he usually won't land until later on. Earlier he was doing some good things where he'd feint and throw the right hook, and was making him catch it on the side, and then he started throwing it straight. He
yeah.
started bringing it under. Then he didn't know where he was going to bring it, and they started hitting him down the middle, and he came back around the side and hit him
Those
with
are
top.
all tee offs too.
It was beautiful. That's skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
and
was
look,
beautiful.
yeah, he's talented. He also so David also didn't just show another thing too is a lot of people be like, yo, he just beat him up. There's a lot of talent that comes into, how to beat somebody up like that. The fatigueness really set in through some of those body shots, right?
He was ripping him to the body.
Oof. And we would see Andre just like that expression like I never got hit like this before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now it's like the moment now it's like he really looked fatigued and he was with Victor Conte in the snack program for a while, you know.
But I mean, as good a shape as you're going to be in, you can't teach calmness, and being able to use your gas tank efficiently is what matters. I mean, we might be on the same gas, but our engine is different. That makes sense.
No,
Like,
yeah.
like if I'm driving a Dodge, I got the Hemi engine in. I'm burning more fuel.
Mhm.
My when I'm using the gas, but it's louder. It's working harder. Where you got a guy who's driving a half electric, half gas car, and then you put the gas in there. It's other things that he can do to preserve his energy. It's a lot easy to preserve your energy when you just stepping, fainting, throwing your jab, than when you all over here and doing all these things. You're just burning out.
And then the smudging, he was really trying to push David's body weight, like basically, getting himself tired and little things like that
He was
too.
fighting. He was fighting with a sense of urgency. Andre was, which is good, but he had to use so much energy to do it it was so easy for him to get tired out because it was a real threat in front of you. You know.
Right, right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like